Hello everyone, Ryan Chiswick Perfect Death here, and well, I screwed up on the last recording that I did for our Hearts of Iron 3 Italy campaign. So it's January, previous episode ended in October. I messed up on hitting the record button, so I missed that 20 minutes. So just mostly what happened is I changed around some of the things that I was queuing up. Still have these light carriers not being built yet. I'm waiting until I can actually get some of these aircraft. I've also got the carrier air groups being produced as well, so I can get to my next international status. So we're already getting some of our first infantry being produced at this time. We have the 13th Division. So what I am thinking about doing is getting at least 3 infantry divisions in each of the 4 of the 5 corps, or army corps that are here. Because we have our special forces one here, and then the others are all just straight up infantry guys. So to do that, I will just pick one. Yeah, so first Corpo down Mata, let's toss you in there. Yep, Torino. So now this guy has 3. That way they'll be somewhat balanced. If I need to make sure that I want enough people to break through France in the south here, then I definitely, if I had 4 infantry divisions full, that would easily plow through southern France. And aside from that, I did tech up some, change around some different technologies because it is now another year, so I don't have to worry about the 1938 techs having a penalty. So I've queued up some of my 1938 techs. Though not all of them are sitting at the top, I can probably, yeah, let's bring up production and efficiency and get those guys done. That will boost my IC even more, bring me closer to 100. But the next stage of IC that I need to get the next, well, the second to next status is 150. But the main one is going to be getting my 100 brigades, I think. This should hopefully be enough to get me to the next brigade status. We'll see. Once these guys get built, I will queue up more. I still have some of these ones already being produced, but the thing that's holding me back from changing my status is mostly the aircraft. Or no, that's for the second one. But anyway, I've posted up the other ones on YouTube now, so I've got 5 episodes up so far. And yeah, I missed the 6th episode. Didn't schedule that, or didn't check to make sure that my recording button was on. And now just seeing if there's something that I specifically should change. I still need to get another interceptor. I wonder if I should queue him up here. You do want to, when you are queuing up stuff to be built, if I were to queue up an infantry guy and then I upgraded my small arms technology, they would be built with the old small arms technology, and therefore once I build them and deploy them, they have to go through the upgrade, and that will, you will add more IC to a unit to make them better again. So it costs more IC to do it that way. So if you are going to power tech a bunch of your, let's say, infantry technologies here, you don't really want to queue up very many infantry, because then you have that added upgrade cost afterwards. So once you upgrade, then you will usually want to produce a bunch with that upgrade, with that specific upgrade. But you also want to keep a stream of your main brigade types being produced, so that you always have your practicals maintained. Well, and we have some events. Well, the Spanish state won the Civil War. And we have a whole bunch of our assault battalions. These guys will go into our mountain divisions. So mountain division there, mountain division there, mountain division there, and yep, so now all of my mountain divisions have this assault battalion in them, and that will make them much better at attacking through bad terrain, and also forts. So they will be much better for doing that, and I could probably even show where you can find that stuff out. So I go here. If I hover over terrain, it'll show the different percentage values of attacking in those kinds of terrain. I lose neutrality or I gain neutrality? I lose it. And so for instance, there's 25% mountain attack penalty for these guys to attack a mountain, and also things like fort attack is reduced as well. If I toss in an assault battalion, the fort attack increases. The mountain attack is no longer minus 25%, it's minus 20%. And then it also adds a bunch of movement bonuses. So there are some other weird penalties to putting these guys in, but mostly the assault battalions will increase your terrain modifiers, making them much better all around. Plus it will say that these guys have no combat width, but that is because let's see, what is your combat width? The width value that they have is very, yeah, there we go, 0.3. So they have width. These guys have 1 width, these guys have 0.3 width. So in total they have 2.3 width. And in this mod, all of these, even the support regiments will produce some kind of combat width as well. And I will be making these other guys better as well by adding in a 3rd Infantry Regiment. That should help them out a lot. Any new... Nope, nothing new there. I'm running out of spies now. To keep that going. To keep... Or do I want to cut down the amount of spying that I'm doing? Yeah, let's do that. Because for some of these guys, they'd have no counter-espionage. Seems that the French and the UK were kind of trying to do some counter-espionage. Gain research points. Cool. So that's a unique event. As you gain new weapon techs over time, they will improve your militia and also improve some of your teching ability. So yeah, you can see here the progress on some of these is already a little higher now. And this is mostly from after the Spanish Civil War, so here I'm even losing descent and gaining modifiers for joining the Civil War. And they even boosted up the tech progress from these two here. Oh, and we have some new events. My nation is now united because we have enough unity here, and politically we are very strong here. I'm hovering over these because you can see the spies from the SL party from another nation are trying to promote themselves. And I'm still killing spies. So people are throwing spies in to try and disrupt my political situation. But let's see. I got a few of these. Mobilized for war. I gain threat on everybody. Change constitution to a presidential republic. I forgot what that does, because right now I'm a fascist monarchy. And that will increase the amount of consumer goods during wartime, reduces it during peacetime, increases my threat impact, and makes me drift to Axis more. And that will basically put my fascist party into... They'll lose popularity, 10 popularity, so yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, and I don't know if I want threat against everyone. Or I think that's threat on everyone. Meh, I'll click it. I will click it. So now we are a presidential republic. Seems to do the same thing. At least with these modifiers. It does make these guys a little less liked because of harsh methods used by the government. But might do something better later on, I just don't quite know. And ooh. Mobilize for war economy. Let's see. Increases the amount of money that I lose, but I get 25% more IC. Have to produce more goods though, so it kind of counters the IC boost a bit. Oh, well, let's go and do that. I make quite a bit of money, so it doesn't bother me too much. What are the other ones? Mobilize war, propaganda press. Yeah, the press stuff isn't really that one-sided. Just changes your drifting, so I don't drift quite as well towards similar political or ideologies, but I'm already part of the Axis, so whatever. Do that. And mobilize for war. What this will do is it'll adjust how much manpower I get. And if I change my army types, I could, or my conscription laws, I could go for drafting. And when I end up at war, you can draft and get a bunch of manpower. So this is kind of like you would do this along with mobilizing yourself, so you can get lots of manpower in your armies before you go to war. But I mean, it's only 1937. Oh, I got unpopular laws now. Oh well. It hasn't really changed it too much because of some of my repression and other things that my decisions made. So, Yugoslavia. How close are... Oh, we're getting very close to going to war, to be able to go to war with Yugoslavia. And, oh yeah, we're not quite part of the German faction yet. But soon. By the time I can join with Germany, I should also be able to go to war with Yugoslavia. Should. Oops, I'm not on speed 4. Still only have radar as my more advanced one. I'm trying to get single-engine airframe done quickly, so that I can then go for all of these ones. And let's see, Navy. Do I want any naval tech? Not too sure, at least. Yeah, I could still add a whole lot more techs onto my list here, but I am going to keep some of it behind until I get my power status upgraded. So I need about 13 more brigades. I have enough planes, but for this one I'm going to need 4 more planes and something like 70 more brigades. I have enough IC now because of that plus 25 war economy bonus. I'm now over 100, which would pop up here if I wasn't producing so much consumer goods to deal with my descent, which is also reducing my industrial capacity. Yeah, artillery training is done. Yeah, 1940, let's cancel that for now. So my artillery, I now have good organization. Yeah, I should keep my agriculture queued up because it is going to be useful. because in the long run, the more manpower you can get, the better. Let's go speed 5. Nothing comes to mind. Escalator cause. Index Burma. Ooh, there we go. So what the escalator cause is an event where if enough people drop out of the naval treaties, then the other nations who signed it can then back out of it as well. So, operational doctrine. We are at the 1940 mark, so we can go for continue down grand strategy, I think. Just to keep a theme going here. This is good for support and provides lots of tactics. So, let's go grand battle plan. 1940. Some of the other ones are going to be finishing up soon, I'm assuming? Kind of. They're queued up. But officer training, the next one's going to come up. Officer training is very useful. I should probably have... Well, I've been trying to keep it upgraded as much as possible. But it reduces the time in between attacks. It's one of the big ones that it does. So every time I order an attack, you will often see this orange thing in the corner here, and what that will do is it prevents them from attacking anyone until that goes away. And you can even see it usually under here. There'll be an X, and it'll tell you how long before they can launch another attack. So got that, and let's go and prioritize it again, because it is 39. And this is very useful tech, because it will reduce that delay by 10 hours. And if it's something like a 46-hour delay, I can cut that down. I don't know how much the delay is right now, but very useful. And it does help increase the strength of your HQs, which can be useful. And also boost unit cooperation, so all of my bonuses that you'll see here will go up. It's very useful. Because in this mod, they give a lot more of these modifiers than in vanilla. In vanilla, these are very small, but in the HPP mod, these can be very prominent. Nothing new there. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because I researched the new officer tech, I can now change my training laws. So, advanced training, it makes my people harder to... They take longer to train. However, the recruitment speed for officers goes up, so I don't have to spend as much IC to maintain officer count. Starting experience goes up. I get a bonus to reinforcement. Well, the reinforcement bonus gets smaller, but all of the building speeds for air and navy goes up, and that is useful because I like to build some of this stuff. So that'll be all for this part here, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care.